MGM versus Caesars in Las Vegas. Considering I've stayed at nearly all of their properties, some multiple times, I thought it would be fun to put them head to head on issues that are important to me that include loyalty program offers. Who's given more value? Resort experience, and MGM is eating Caesars lunch here in my opinion. And lastly, which operator is providing a better hotel product in the budget, mid-tier, and upmarket segments? And look, I'm a Vegas guy, I love both of these chains, but there is a clear winner here, and if I were forced to be exclusive with one chain over the other, I think it would be an easy choice. Let me know what I missed, what's important to you, and which operator you prefer in the comments. Let's start with one of the most important items. Who's giving better offers? And keep in mind, I'm just one guy. My experience is completely anecdotal for this and every topic I'm about to cover. Your experience may differ. I give both chains very similar levels of play at a low roll-in level. And to put it in perspective, I'd be in each program's base loyalty tier if I didn't hold their branded credit cards, which I do so that I can earn free parking. To compare offers, I pulled a sample Monday through Wednesday stay, but these details do tend to hold true on other dates as well. Caesars is currently offering me complimentary stays at nearly all of their properties, including the Cromwell Sands resort fees, which I'd still be on the hook for. Not bad. Not bad at all. MGM Resorts, on the other hand, is offering me up to 4 nights complimentary at most of their low to mid-tier resorts. Again, I'm still on the hook for resort fees, plus up to $25 in free play and up to a $100 per stay resort credit, depending on the resort booked. Obviously, a free room plus free play and a resort credit is a little bit more valuable than just a free room. Point, MGM Resorts. Moving on to the actual resort experience, let's chat about the check-in process, which sounds boring, but I promise you it isn't. Caesars doesn't yet offer mobile check-in and instead relies primarily on self-check-in kiosks that work for me about 50% of the time. When they don't work, you're then forced to wait for the employee working with other guests in the same boat as you, or wait in line to speak to a person when there's even a human-operated registration desk to begin with. It is a dreadful process that is often time-consuming. MGM Resorts, on the other hand, allows you to check in via their phone app the night before your stay. The day of your stay, you're alerted the moment your room is ready via the app, allowing you to skip the line and use your phone as a room key. It is seamless. While both chains offer guaranteed early check-in as an add-on purchase during the booking process, MGM properties will often let you into the room before the standard check-in time, even if you didn't ask for it. I never prepay for guaranteed early check-in and almost always get into my rooms at MGM properties before that standard check-in time. I've gotten into rooms as early as 8 a.m. A massive perk. Caesars, on the other hand, will wait until the last possible minute in an attempt to get weary travelers to pony up for early check-in at the kiosks. Annoyingly, the kiosk will let you get through the majority of the check-in process before giving you the option of paying for early check-in or coming back at the standard check-in time. Another point for MGM Resorts, Caesars, get your notepad out and copy their homework. I log a lot of stays within both chains, and I thought it would be fun to compare their hotel product at the low, mid, and upscale tiers. You could argue these a bit, but lower-end properties under the MGM umbrella include Luxor and Excalibur, and on the Caesars side of the street, you have Harrah's, Horseshoe, LINQ, and Flamingo. In this tier, both chains struggle a little bit with cleanliness and maintenance. For instance, my recent Pyramid Premier room at Luxor had peeling paint, a rusty ceiling above the bathroom vanity, and an unclean bathroom floor, while a recent base room at Flamingo also hadn't been swept, was gouged and dinged, and had some nasty grout lines. I've had similar experience at both Excalibur and LINQ, albeit a few years back now. You're seeing a few flaws in my room at LINQ. At this price point, the chains are pretty even on the quality front in my experience. Hit or miss. While quality at the tier is essentially tied, Caesars scores the point, if only because their lower-end resorts boast a better mid-strip location, while MGMs are stranded on an island to the south. Paris and Planet Hollywood are Caesars' mid-tier options. I've experienced baseline rooms at both and found them to be a great value in a great location. Paris's base Bordeaux room is basic and lacking in the frills department, but it's fashionable, clean, themed, and genuinely nice, while Planet Hollywood's base ultra hip room was also pretty bare bones yet trendy and functional with a pretty good looking bathroom. Both offer a spectacular resort experience. Paris thanks to abundant French theming, and Planet Hollywood because of the food, drink, show options, and deals found in the Miracle Mile shops, steps away from your hotel elevator. MGM's mid-tier options include MGM Grand, Park MGM, and New York, New York. Park MGM is smoke-free and offers trendy-ish feeling rooms that are absent of any real bells and whistles, last renovated in 2018. While not the most exciting option, I'd definitely stay again. I really like the red tile shower. New York-based Soho rooms were touched as part of a 2022 renovation project and have one of the more unique aesthetics in town with a fake graffiti and brick accent wall, fresh furniture, and pops of color. I really like this room for the price. And while I've yet to stay in one, MGM Grand renovated rooms in their studio tower back in 2022 and are in the process of touching the rest of the resort's rooms now. Overhauled rooms are already coming online and the project will conclude in 2025. Verdict on mid-tier hotel product is a complete tie. I'd stay at any of these resorts again in a heartbeat. The high end is where MGM Resorts shines, however, with a sprawling portfolio that includes resorts like Harrah, Vdara, Bellagio, the Cosmopolitan, Mandalay Bay, W, formerly Delano, and Nomad at Park MGM. Here's a quick look inside a few rooms I recently have had at Upmarket MGM properties. Bellagio and their base Premier King Room lived up to my lofty expectations. What a treat at a resort with some serious wow factor. Vdara is unique because there's no casino, but it's steps away from Harrah and connected via an indoor walkway to the Cosmopolitan and Bellagio. The room had a kitchenette and a semi-separate living area. I last stayed at Harrah about a year and a half ago and really enjoyed the room in my stay, although I've heard others gripe about the experience deteriorating a bit. Fortunately, MGM Resorts will start renovating these rooms in 2026. My terrace studio at the Cosmopolitan may be one of my favorite rooms in Vegas thanks to the balcony. The room reeked of class and will be renovated as part of a 2027 project after they wrap up at Harrah. This is gonna sound kind of mean, but Caesars Entertainment has two properties that are trying to be upmarket, including the Cromwell, soon to be Vanderpump, and Caesars Palace. While I love the resort and the idea behind the Cromwell's room decor, the absolute beating my luxury room had endured forced me to conclude it hardly qualified as high-end. Fortunately, work is starting this summer to completely overhaul the joint as it transitions to a Vanderpump hotel. I can't wait to give it another shot. Caesars Palace is one of my favorite resorts in Las Vegas, but my hotel stays have been a bit of a mixed bag. I've had great stays in their cheapest Julius Tower standard rooms and even a Julius Tower Junior suite. You're currently seeing that suite, while being completely underwhelmed by their more expensive Palace Premium and Octavius Premium rooms. The Palace Premium bedroom area was an aesthetic yawner, although the bathroom was a stunner. And the Octavius Premium room was simply in rough shape. The cabinet faces in the bathroom were falling apart and were water damaged. Notably, the Coliseum rooms at Caesars have been recently renovated and look really sharp, doubling as affordable. I can't wait to get in one. If I'm choosing a hotel loyalty program based on high-end hotel options, I'm investing my gambling dollars with MGM Resorts all day long, and it's not particularly close. Shifting to hotel renovations and upkeep. Both operators cycle their Las Vegas resorts through the old renovation calendar, but MGM Resorts has been significantly more active in the rooms touched department. By my guerrilla math, since 2020, MGM has renovated 11,931 rooms to Caesars 2,298. Looking forward, MGM already has plans to attack Harrah in 2026 and the Cosmopolitan in 2027, a total of over 7,000 rooms in the future renovation pipeline. Well, this is what W's rooms currently look like, and they're nice. A press release announcing the rebranding of Delano to W hinted that details surrounding additional enhancements planned for W Las Vegas will be shared at a later date, suggesting an additional 1,100 plus rooms could be touched in the near future. Caesars, on the other hand, has only announced the rebranding of Cromwell to Vanderpump, totaling 188 rooms. Obviously, Caesars could announce additional projects, but MGM Resorts appears to be significantly more active now in this moment and in the near future. Another point, MGM Resorts. If the resort pool is an important amenity for you, both chains have some great options, but the sprawling complexes at MGM Grand and Mandalay Bay are tough to beat. Mandalay's beach offers a lazy river, wave pool, and real sand across 11 acres. And MGM Grand's pool also comes equipped with a lazy river in addition to various pools, waterfalls, and more spread over 6.5 acres. While Caesars Garden of the Gods is a stunner and the Flamingo is opening a new Go pool this summer, MGM still gets the point. A bonus, a handful of MGM properties that include Bellagio, MGM Grand, Harrah, Park MGM, and Mandalay Bay have made a habit of keeping at least a portion of their pool complex open during the winter, whereas Caesars has shut them all down. Obviously, that's something that could change from year to year, but this has been the case the last few winters. On the buffet front, both chains have a top-tier option. The Cosmopolitan is Wicked Spoon and Caesar's Palace is Bacchanal, the best buffet in town by a wide margin. If you prefer to have a moderately priced buffet nearby or in your resort though, MGM offers them at MGM Grand, Excalibur, and Bellagio, while Caesars has essentially raised the white flag on all-you-can-eat dining. Bacchanal is their sole remaining option. One last factor that may play into your loyalty program decision-making process is whether or not either of these chains offers a regional casino in your area that would allow you to earn comps locally that can then be used in Vegas. Currently, Caesars has a presence in 18 states, while MGM Resorts is in 7. I want to be clear, this video is hardly intended to be a Caesars hit piece. I love both chains, I stay at both chains, and I will continue to do so. That said, MGM is outperforming Caesars in a couple key areas that are super important to me, like offer quality, hotel renovation cadence, upmarket hotel options, and the check-in process, which may sound minor, but it isn't. It can make or break the start of your vacation. What do you think? Do you have a preference between the two? Did I hit the nail on the head or am I dead wrong? I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments.